Hello, beautiful soul. My name is Lisa. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new to the channel. Thank you so much for joining me. Let's start the reading. So it seems like for a lot of you, they're getting ready to choose you, or they're getting ready to choose love. Because the key here is to understand what's going on. The key here is for this person to be in this deep emotional sense without you. So if you and your person haven't been communicating, or if you and your person are in communication, but something isn't right, it's almost telling you to pull back your energy and allow your person to sit in these emotions. Allow them to feel the lack of your presence. Allow this person to not feel your aura around them. Allow them not to feel the warmth of who you are. In that, what that's doing is it's putting them in a deep reflective state of missing and of longing and of wanting to come to some type of solution in order to make you this offer. Because reality is this: your person is highly intellectual, and part of that intellectual energy is that they're hyperlogical. So with that hyperlogical energy, they tend to ignore their emotions. They tend to discredit anything emotionally and tries to operate from a higher mind space. But now your person is having this type of insight, this type of clarity, and most importantly, they're paying attention to the signs, and there's some type of major breakout coming where this person wants to make you this major offer of love, but they're also hoping at the same time that you're going to be open and willing to accept whatever they're going to give, because you may be in a point right now where you're very guarded with your energy. That's why they're scared to come forward, because I do get a sense where this person is nervous. This person is scared to take this leap of faith because they know that there's been some type of major energetic shift in your energy. Like there's something about your energy that's had this major change. And almost as if you're moving on without them. And I feel like this person is scared. I don't know why, but I don't know if they're scared that you have somebody else, or they're worried that you're just done with them forever. Our higher selves are looking down and laughing at us. If you find this message when I'm in a very low vibrational energy, just know that I'm growing and I love you. Yeah, I'm telling you, I think that, first of all, we'll address this card in a second, but with that energy, it's like your person was operating at a very low vibration, and if you're at a high vibration, the only way that the two of you guys could come together is if you lower your vibration, or if this person elevates. And with your person, they can elevate to your vibration, but the problem is staying at that vibration, maintaining that vibration. You can't maintain a higher elevation, a higher vibration, if you've not done the work. If you've not let go of certain baggage you're meant to let go of, if you've not released certain karmic behavior or karmic activity or even karmic people in their life. So with this person, they've been operating from a very low vibration when it comes to you. But your vibration helped uplift them. Your vibration helped them see things from a different perspective. And with this energy, our higher selves are looking down and laughing at us. That's because the two of you guys are meant to be with one another. The two, your souls are sitting there going, what are these two doing? Are they ever going to get it together? Do you think they're going to get it together this lifetime, or do you think it's going to be next lifetime? Because it's not the fact that you guys don't love one another. That's not the problem. That's not the issue. Love was never the issue for the two of you. It was about this person going through that major transformation and letting go of their 3D self, letting go of the physicalities, letting go of their traditions, letting go of certain structures that maybe were set forth for them when they came into this energy and in this life, because you've had multiple lives with this person. They were meant to learn how to let go, learn how to free themselves from the chains that bound them to the 3D, bound them to the material. So that's why this energy is laughing, because the reality is the two of you belong together. The two of you have deep roots with one another, spiritually, soulfully. And I feel like with this energy, your person has to let go of some type of roots or some type of comfort in order to make this work. It could even be their traditions. But there's something here that your person has to release in order for the two of you guys to come together. It's like whatever this person, they may not be happy where they are or happy with what they're doing. But releasing that, it's scary, because with you, it's almost like a wild card. Like, it could be amazing or it couldn't. It could all be an illusion. So that's something that your person is struggling with majorly, I feel like. I try not to worry too much, but I do. See, they're stressed out. They're worried about the way that things are going. If we are both unhappy in our current relationships, let's do something about it. This may be something that you said to them. If you're unhappy, then why do you keep doing the same thing over and over and over again? If you continue to make the same decisions, you're building that certain pattern. That pattern becomes an emotion. That emotion becomes something that becomes very, you become very used to. So it's about this person needing to break free of what's been holding them back. And this is a situation with your person that's been holding them back for years. It could be a decade. It could be longer than that. It could be that there's certain people that are controlling the narrative of their life, even though they want to seem like they're in control. The reality is they're not. Or they feel like they're not. That's why they're upset. That's why they're worried. That's why they want to receive this love from you. They know that they're meant to be with you, but at the same point in time, they're scared because they feel you detaching. This is somebody who's very clouded in their thoughts. I won't be surprised if a lot of swords come out in this reading. A lot of problems, a lot of doubts with who they are, a lot of hesitation, because they're not sure. And there's a major indecision with exactly what action to take, because for some reason, this person right now, whatever you're doing, they're unable to read you. And your energy to them is coming off as one that's very confident, where you're trusting your inner knowing. You may not be speaking or you may not be communicating, but you have this sense of knowing. You have this sense of deep understanding with who you are and the path that you're meant to be on. Whether this person joins you or not, you know where you're going. And you are going to be blessed significantly because you are following the path that was set forth. This is also an energy where you're very resilient and you're standing in your power. And I don't know why, but you are listening to the higher level of guidance, whether that's guidance from God, universe, whatever you believe in. there's just this very heavy energy where you know who you are, you know what you have to offer. So this is this person being extremely worried about you elevating and you moving in an energy where they can no longer reach you. Look, when you said goodbye, I felt angels cry. Because again, you have your higher self sitting there looking down like they're watching a movie going, what are these two doing? They were so close, now they're so far away, what's going on here? And with this energy, this person knows that you were sent to them to help break them of the chains. This person knows that you were sent to break the shackles that have bound them to negative situations, to give them a new energy. This is somebody that realizes that you're unforgettable, that losing you is losing themselves, that there's this intensity, that you bring a level of excitement into their life. This is somebody that wants to grow old with you, doesn't want to lose you, but at the same point in time, feels a sense of trap, feels like their hands are tied, feels like they're powerless in some type of energy. But that's all in their head, because we all have free will. But here's the thing about free will, and I talked about this in another reading. We only have free will when we're able to acknowledge the patterns that we've created. See, what happens is, scientifically, when we do the same thing over and over and over again, we begin to have this repetitive type of behavior. You wake up, you want a cup of coffee, all of a sudden, your brain snaps in, you walk, you make your cup of coffee without you even thinking. That takes away a sense of free will. So, with your person, they have to awaken to their behavior. They have to awaken to the fact that they've restricted themselves, that they have to acknowledge that whatever is happening outside of themselves is really happening inside of them. But this is something that they're struggling with. When you said goodbye, I felt angels cry. This is somebody that knows that they've disappointed you and themselves and people around them. You are the happy thought that gets me through my shadow days. This person is in a lot of negativity right now. Because with you, there's this sense of understanding, the way that you can effectively communicate with this person. You bring a sense of peace and a sense of harmony, maybe through your humor, maybe through your playful, light, bright type of energy, through a sense of joy. It's like you're able to pull this person out of this, like, depths of hell. Out of this person's sense of negativity. And this person feels like they're truly in love with you. But they can't give you what you want, or they can't give you what you need. This is also this person needing to admit to themselves that they've not been their best self when it does come to you. Somebody may want to have children with you if you are of the age, or this is about them wanting to raise a family. Whether they have kids, you have kids, grandkids, whatever it is, maybe you want to foster, I don't know. But your person wants that type of life. We must be willing to see our own faults if we ever want to make this work. I think that this is this person acknowledging their faults. This is somebody who would always blame you for their actions. This is somebody that never wanted to take responsibility for the way that they've done things. And if there is another influence involved here, this person, this outside energy, this third wheel, which could be a friend, it could be a family, it could be a lover, it could be a mother or father of a child. But there's something about this energy where there's too many people involved, and that's what's stopping this person from coming forward and making amends. But they keep thinking about you. That's why they're not able to sleep, because they're in this deep, depressive, dark energy. And they're upset because they feel like you're leaving them forever. That's what they're worried about. They're worried about what happens if you really do leave. What happens if you say, I'm done? Spirit needs you to trust the journey, even if you and your person don't understand it quite yet due to hardships within inside of this connection. You or your person, you may be going through hardships, but nobody can see that. Because you have a way, and that's the thing that I think people get a misconception with, where people that are positive people, it's not that we don't go through a lot of trials and tribulations or a lot of adversities, but our viewpoint on it is different. You can always look at something as half empty or half full. You can look at something as, man, I broke my ankle, but thank God I didn't break my neck. Man, I'm having car problems. This is horrible. I don't know what I'm going to do. It's right around the holiday season. Or you can be thankful that you even have a car to begin with. You can be thankful that God blessed you with this. You can be thankful that you're alive. And I think that it's your viewpoint that changes the way that you look at hardships. With this person, they're the opposite. That's why having your energy around them is so significant, because you help this person see the bigger picture. We can look at it from a micro perspective or a macro. The micro perspective is, now I have to spend $700 on this car. I don't have it. I don't know where I'm going to get it from. What am I going to do? Woe is me. I'm going to go cry myself at Two River. And guess what? That doesn't do anything for anybody. Or you say, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and start a YouTube channel. Or you know what? I'm going to go ahead and go do Instacart or DoorDash or whatever to make that money up, or I'm going to pray and I know that that money is going to come in. When you give grace, when you give thanks to negative situations, they become less negative. And that's a major thing about your energy, is that your energy speaks volumes into this person. Your energy has the ability to turn the dark into light. I astral travel to you all the time. This is somebody that's always in your energy, that wants to know what you're up to, what you're doing, whatever is happening. This person is always in your energy. You may always feel them. You may always be thinking of this person and asking yourself, why am I sitting here fixating on this? By the way, if you haven't already, please make sure you like the video and subscribe to my channel. I would greatly appreciate it. Become a part of our family. But this person wants to know what you're doing at all times. And I feel like with this person, maybe with them, it's like they love watching you. This is a sense of watching you spiritually, physically, whatever it may be, because you intrigue them and because they want to be close to you. If this person is at a distance, or if you and this person are not in current communication, this person wants to be close to you. Just being in your energy itself feels like a high, feels like a spiritual high, feels like they can do anything. This is somebody that has a sense of faith in you, and that They know that you are the one. They know that this is a deep soul connection and that there is a level of fluidity. This is somebody that I find myself the happiest when I'm with you. You brought me closer to God in many ways. So, especially with this energy coming up, especially this one, look, I feel safe loving you because you've created a safe space for this person. Look at this. I find myself happiest when I'm with you. When you and I said goodbye, I felt angels cry. This is somebody that's sitting here saying, when I had to let go of this relationship because of my ego or because of whatever else, it hurt me. Because you are my happy place, like Happy Gilmore when he would go back to that place with his girlfriend and his grandma and, the golf coach, the one with the wooden hand. It's like, that's when he was the happiest. With your person, they're really frustrated right now with what's going on in their life. But that pressure and that frustration that they're feeling, that's God putting their foot on them saying, you need to change. This is your divine partner. This is your soulmate. This is a person that I sent to activate your heart chakra. This is a person that's meant to balance your yin and your yang. And you've put this person in a state of reflection. You are a catalyst for this person's awakening, and they're having this major reflection with who they are and what they want to be. I love we can respect each other's relationships. You're not trying to force this person to change. You're not trying to force this person to do anything different. But what you are saying to them is that you have to operate from a high vibrational energy. I'm not going to a low vibration. So if you're into low vibrational activities, if you have another person, if you are engaging in toxic behavior, toxic activities, I'm not going to be around you. I love you, but you know what? You can go ahead and do that without me because I don't have to do that. And I see everything. That's why this person does respect you, because you're not forcing anything. You're not saying you need to do this. You're saying it's your choice. But whatever choice you make, that's up to you. For some of you, if you are in a relationship, I know that you're not happy with him or her. It's like this person may feel like you're dating, but they know that the love you share with one another, and they feel like you're not happy with whoever you're with. Maybe you're married and they're married. It's like the both of you are sitting here doing this, this tangle with one another, trying to understand each other's needs, but this person is telling themselves that whoever you are going to meet, if you have not met somebody already, for some of you, you have met somebody. But they're trying to tell themselves, I know that they're not happy. They're never going to be happy with them because they're in love with me. They have to keep telling themselves that in order for them not to have a major breakdown. What messages do you have, by the way? This deck that I'm using today, it's Divinely Connected by Fire Witch Tarot. I'll link it below. Show me. It's a beautiful deck. What messages do you have as a collective? Okay. Temperance came up in reverse, which is kind of weird. This person, I'm going to put it upright just for my OCD, so bear with me. This is somebody that's really, really struggling right now. This is somebody that is imbalanced. This could be them chemically imbalanced. This could be somebody that's very bipolar, that's very hot and cold, but this person feels like that they don't have stable grounding when it comes to you. This person feels imbalanced without you in their life, and they're going through this major judgment moment. And part of the problem is when Temperance is in reverse, 1 + 4 is 5, right? Anytime a major arcana is in reverse, it goes back to the number that it equals, which is 5. So this person, right, the reason that they're imbalanced, the reason that they're struggling, they may be over drinking, overusing, overdoing, whatever, in order to try to sleep, in order to ignore you, in order to whatever, is because they're not grounded in self. This is somebody that needs to do the right thing, that needs to come forward, that needs to confess, that needs to apologize, that needs to say, you know what, I was wrong with the way that I've done things. This is somebody that needs to put their faith back in something higher than themselves. You may be dealing with somebody that could be religious, but then does everything opposite of what their religion says, but still preaches and pretends like they're religious. Well, I guess that's true, right? But at the same point in time, if you're not living by a certain code, then why are you pretending? It's like there's judgment on this person. And with this judgment, this is karma. Everything positive in this person's life is getting flipped upside down with Temperance in reverse. This is somebody that is all over the place. This is somebody that's not on stable footing. This is somebody that is having this major awakening, and it keeps coming one after another, after another, after another. And there's major ascension that's occurring here, because this person is meant to do something different. They're meant to change the way that they're going. They're going through a lot of misfortune, a lot of defeats, a lot of endings. Because this person needs to release whatever they've been going back and forth with when it comes to you. Because there was a decision that was made and they kept going back and forth, and for some of you, you said, I'm not playing this game anymore. Now with this person, they're sitting here watching you. But with this judgment, there's a judgment call here. There's a major epiphany that's happening and a spiritual realization. This is a transition. This is about this person wanting to come forward and wanting to ask for some type of forgiveness. Why do they want forgiveness? Knight of Swords. Now this person wants to come forward and have this conversation. Or it was something that maybe you said to them, or something that came across very abruptly, very quickly, something that maybe they weren't expecting. Because I don't know why, but for this person, they feel like there's this pain. Like, I won't be surprised if the 3 of Swords, 10 of Swords, something comes up here where your person is in this sense of pain. There's power imbalances inside of this connection, and it's because they've been holding on to their emotions, and something was communicated to this person. Especially with the World here. You know that one song, I think it's by Kanye actually, when it all comes crashing down? Like, I don't know what it's called, but it's like this person's entire world is coming down. And the thing about the Knight of Swords with this Gemini energy is that they have to be fearless with whatever they're saying. They have to confront their inner demons. They have to be able to acknowledge who you are to them. They have to be able to articulate their emotions in a positive way and be an advocate for themselves versus sitting here stuck in this energy, not having any type of communication. That's part of the problem with this person, is that they're sitting here and they're waiting for you to do the work, when in reality, it's meant for them to do the work. It's meant for them to stand up. It's meant for them to do the right thing here. And with the world, this is complete vindication. This is this person coming forward and saying, I know who you are. I'm sorry for what's happened. This is this judgment where the universe is coming and giving this person a swift kick in the you can fill in the blanks. Because they're not living in their highest self. Told you the swords were going to come out. The 9 of Swords, they're stressed. There's anxiety. The 9 of Swords is future, right? This is somebody worried about what is to come. This is somebody that is struggling because when they were meant to speak up, when they were meant to do the right thing, right? They kept hiding. They kept lying. They kept their mouth shut when they were meant to open it. This is somebody that when you said something to them, they shut down instead of opened up and said, I love you, I don't want you to leave. This is somebody that's having these nightmares, that is upset with themselves because they didn't take this action. They're going through this major tower moment. This is a tower moment that's hitting this person, especially during this time period. For some of you, you know, this person gets really, really depressed around this time period, whether it's, you know, the seasonal depression, whatever it may be. I feel like with this person, they're not happy and they're very disappointed in the way that they've done things. But this is somebody that wants to be sorry for themselves, and I think for a lot of you, you're no longer feeding into this person being in a woe is me energy. And no more self-pity, right? Like, no more, I don't know why, but I get that you're not, like, empathetic towards this person anymore. Because I just heard, like, it's time to grow up, Peter Pan. It's time to do the right thing. It's time to have a sense of integrity and be honest and tell the truth. This is about balancing out the scales, you know, and I think that they have to do something in order to harmonize this connection. Why is this person in this tower moment? This energy, I'm telling you, they're getting their ass kicked. The Moon. Because their worst fears. Imagine being alone in the dark. And all you hear is weird noises and weird sounds. And then everything begins to multiply. You begin to get anxiety. You begin to get scared. This person has not opened up and expressed what's really going on in their heart. This person has a lot of hidden fear when it comes to this connection. This person, I mean, I thought the 3 of Swords is going to come out, but the Tower came out and said that's worse than the 3 of Swords. This person was unable to see your significance in their life, so you know what God did? You can't see it? Okay, then I'm going to level everything in your life. Now can you see the collective's perspective, or who the collective is? God came and leveled everything. Everything that this person thought they built, everything that this person thought that they knew, God just wiped it all away, so all they can sit there and see is themselves in the mirror and who you are to them. Now they're emotional. Now they're in this emotional stance because they want to have this commitment with you. They want to be with you. But again, there's something here with this Seven of Swords that they have to be honest about. Something that they hid from you,